Baphomet, a figure often shrouded in mystery and misinterpretation, has a rich historical significance that dates back to the Crusades. The name itself is believed to have originated during this tumultuous period, where it was used to describe a deity that the Knights Templar were accused of worshiping. This accusation was part of a broader narrative that sought to demonize the Templars, who were seen as a powerful and secretive order. The term Baphomet likely emerged from a combination of linguistic influences, possibly derived from the Arabic Abu Fihamat, which translates to Father of Understanding. However, the true essence of Baphomet has often been lost in translation, leading to a plethora of misconceptions that have persisted through the ages. Understanding Baphomet requires delving deeper than the mainstream narratives that often portray it as a symbol of evil or heresy. Instead, it is crucial to recognize Baphomet as a complex representation of duality, embodying both the light and dark aspects of existence. This duality reflects the intricate relationship between knowledge and power, as well as the struggles for understanding that have characterized human history. By examining Baphomet through this lens, we can begin to appreciate its significance beyond the sensationalized interpretations that dominate popular culture. The exploration of Baphomet invites us to consider the ways in which symbols can be manipulated to serve various agendas, particularly in the context of power dynamics. Throughout history, figures like Baphomet have been co-opted by those in authority to instill fear or to justify persecution against marginalized groups. This manipulation of meaning underscores the importance of critically engaging with historical narratives and recognizing the layers of context that inform our understanding of such symbols. As we embark on this exploration of Baphomet, we will uncover the intricate tapestry of its associations with knowledge, power, and the human quest for understanding. By doing so, we can challenge the prevailing misconceptions and appreciate the multifaceted nature of Baphomet, ultimately revealing its enduring relevance in contemporary discussions about belief, identity, and the pursuit of truth. The initial references to Baphomet during the Crusades are steeped in misunderstanding and cultural distortion. As Crusaders ventured into the Middle East, they encountered Islamic practices that were foreign to them. In their zeal and fervor, many Crusaders misidentified Muslim prayers and rituals as worship of a figure they labeled Baphomet. This misidentification stemmed from a lack of understanding of the Islamic faith, leading to a conflation of unfamiliar practices with heretical beliefs. The term Baphomet itself became a catch-all for anything that the Crusaders perceived as pagan or blasphemous, reflecting their deep-seated fears and biases against the Muslim population. Language barriers further exacerbated these misunderstandings. The Crusaders, primarily speaking Latin and other European languages, struggled to accurately interpret the Arabic terms and concepts they encountered. This linguistic disconnect contributed to a series of cultural distortions, where the rich tapestry of Islamic spirituality was reduced to simplistic and often grotesque caricatures. The complexities of Islamic theology were lost on the Crusaders, who viewed their adversaries through a lens of suspicion and hostility. As a result, Baphomet emerged as a symbol of the other, representing everything that was feared and misunderstood. Fear and ignorance played pivotal roles in shaping perceptions of Baphomet during this period. The Crusaders were driven by a desire to reclaim what they believed to be sacred lands, and in doing so, they often resorted to demonizing their opponents. This demonization was not merely a tactic of war. It was a reflection of the broader societal anxieties of the time. The portrayal of Baphomet as a sinister figure served to justify the violence and brutality of the Crusades, allowing the Crusaders to frame their actions as a righteous battle against evil. This narrative of fear and misunderstanding persisted long after the Crusades, embedding itself in Western consciousness and influencing subsequent interpretations of Baphomet. Ultimately, the initial references to Baphomet during the Crusades reveal how cultural distortions, language barriers, and the interplay of fear and ignorance can shape historical narratives. By examining these early misinterpretations, we can gain insight into the complexities of cross-cultural encounters and the lasting impact of these misconceptions on our understanding of Baphomet today. The downfall of the Knights Templar in the early 14th century is a complex tale intertwined with political intrigue, financial desperation, and the manipulation of fear. Central to this narrative is King Philip IV of France, whose motivations for targeting the Templars were deeply rooted in his own financial struggles. The Templars had amassed significant wealth and power, operating a vast network of resources that posed a threat to Philip's ambitions. Facing mounting debts and the need for funds to support his military campaigns, Philip sought to eliminate the Templars, seizing their assets to bolster his own coffers. This financial motivation was compounded by a desire to consolidate power, as the Templars were seen as a rival force that could challenge his authority. In his quest to dismantle the order, Philip resorted to grotesque methods to extract false confessions from the Templars, particularly regarding their alleged worship of Baphomet. Under the guise of legal proceedings, many Templars were subjected to brutal torture, designed to elicit admissions of heresy and blasphemy. These confessions, often obtained through extreme duress, painted a picture of the Templars engaging in dark rituals and idol worship, with Baphomet at the center of these accusations. The use of torture not only served to discredit the Templars, but also fueled public hysteria, as the sensationalized claims of Baphomet worship spread throughout France and beyond. The political implications of using Baphomet as a tool against the Templars were profound. By framing the Templars as heretics who worshipped a demonic figure, Philip was able to rally public support for their persecution, casting the Templars as enemies of the Church and the state. This narrative allowed him to justify the violent suppression of the order, portraying his actions as a necessary defense of Christendom. The association of Baphomet with the Templars also had lasting repercussions, as it contributed to the demonization of the order in the collective memory of Europe. The Templars, once revered for their role in the Crusades, were transformed into symbols of treachery and evil, their legacy forever tainted by the accusations surrounding Baphomet. Ultimately, the downfall of the Knights Templar illustrates how financial motivations, grotesque methods of coercion, and political manipulation can converge to reshape historical narratives, leaving an indelible mark on the perception of figures like Baphomet. The transformation of Baphomet's image over the centuries is a fascinating journey that reflects broader cultural shifts and the evolving perceptions of spirituality and power. Initially associated with the Knights Templar and their persecution during the Crusades, Baphomet was primarily viewed as a political tool used to demonize the Templars and justify their downfall. However, as the centuries progressed, this figure began to be adopted by occultists and mystics who reinterpreted Baphomet as a symbol of esoteric knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. In the 19th century, Baphomet was popularized by figures such as Eliphas Levi, who depicted it as a hermaphroditic figure embodying the duality of existence, light and dark, male and female. This representation marked a significant shift from its earlier connotations of heresy and evil to a more complex, mystical representation, emphasizing balance in the pursuit of hidden truths. The adoption of Baphomet by occultists signified a broader movement towards exploring alternative spiritualities, where traditional religious dogmas were questioned, and personal enlightenment was sought through various esoteric practices. However, this transformation did not come without its share of misconceptions. In popular culture, Baphomet has often been sensationalized and misrepresented as a symbol of Satanism or malevolence, largely due to its association with dark rituals and the occult. This portrayal has been perpetuated by films, literature, and media, which frequently depict Baphomet as a sinister figure, reinforcing the idea of evil and heresy. Such misconceptions obscure the more nuanced interpretations of Baphomet as a representation of knowledge, wisdom, and the quest for understanding. The conflation of Baphomet with satanic imagery has led to a widespread misunderstanding of its true significance, reducing a complex symbol to a mere caricature of evil. As a result, many people remain unaware of the rich historical and philosophical context surrounding Baphomet, viewing it solely through the lens of fear and superstition. This ongoing transformation of Baphomet's image highlights the dynamic nature of symbols and their ability to evolve over time, reflecting the changing values and beliefs of society. Ultimately, tracing Baphomet's journey from a political tool to a mystical representation reveals the complexities of human understanding and the enduring quest for meaning in a world often clouded by misconceptions. Eliphas Levi, a pivotal figure in the 19th century occult revival, made significant contributions to the modern understanding of Baphomet, reshaping its image from a symbol of heresy to one of profound philosophical and mystical significance. Born as Alphonse Louis Constant in 1810 in France, Levi was a writer, magician, and philosopher who sought to synthesize various esoteric traditions, including Kabbalah, alchemy, and the mystical aspects of Christianity. His philosophical approach to Baphomet was rooted in the belief that symbols hold deep, often hidden meanings that can unlock spiritual truths. In his seminal work, Dogmes et rituels de la haute magie, Levi presented Baphomet as a complex figure embodying the dualities of existence: light and dark, male and female, spirit and matter. His depiction of Baphomet, often illustrated as a winged humanoid figure with a goat's head, is rich in symbolism. The image features elements such as the caduceus, representing the union of opposites, and the pentagram, symbolizing the microcosm of humanity within the universe. Each aspect of Levi's Baphomet serves to convey the idea that true understanding comes from embracing the dualities of life rather than rejecting them. This representation signifies a shift towards a more holistic view of existence, where both good and evil are seen as integral parts of the human experience. Levi's interpretation of Baphomet challenges traditional views of good and evil by suggesting that these concepts are not absolute, but rather relative and interdependent. In his framework, Baphomet embodies the idea that light cannot exist without darkness, and vice versa. This perspective encourages a more nuanced understanding of morality, inviting individuals to explore the complexities of their own nature and the world around them. By presenting Baphomet as a symbol of balance and enlightenment, Levi invites practitioners to transcend binary thinking and embrace a more expansive view of spirituality. His work laid the groundwork for modern occultism and influenced various esoteric movements, prompting a re-evaluation of symbols that had long been associated with fear and misunderstanding. Ultimately, Levi's contributions to the understanding of Baphomet not only transformed its image, but also encouraged a deeper exploration of the philosophical implications of duality, challenging individuals to reconsider their perceptions of good, evil, and the nature of existence itself. The connections between Baphomet, alchemy, and Hermetic principles reveal a rich tapestry of symbolism and philosophy that underscores the quest for personal transformation. Alchemy, often defined as the ancient practice of transforming base metals into noble ones, such as gold, serves as a metaphor for personal and spiritual transformation. At its core, alchemy is about the transmutation of the self, seeking to refine one's character and consciousness through a process of inner work. This transformative journey aligns closely with the symbolic representation of Baphomet, which embodies the dualities inherent in the human experience. Baphomet serves as a guide for inner change, illustrating the necessity of integrating opposing forces within oneself. The figure of Baphomet, often depicted with both masculine and feminine attributes, symbolizes the union of dualities, light and dark, spirit and matter, good and evil. This representation encourages individuals to confront and embrace their inner contradictions, recognizing that true transformation requires a holistic understanding of oneself. In the context of alchemy, Baphomet can be seen as a catalyst for personal growth, urging practitioners to delve into the depths of their psyche and confront the shadow aspects of their being. The process of alchemical transformation parallels the journey of self-discovery, where one must navigate the complexities of their nature to achieve a higher state of consciousness. Understanding duality is crucial in this exploration, as it allows individuals to appreciate the interconnectedness of all aspects of existence. Baphomet's symbolism emphasizes that light cannot exist without darkness, and that wisdom often arises from the tension between opposing forces. This perspective aligns with Hermetic principles, particularly the idea that as above, so below, suggesting that the microcosm of the individual reflects the macrocosm of the universe. By recognizing the dual nature of reality, individuals can cultivate a deeper understanding of their place within the larger tapestry of existence. The integration of Baphomet into the alchemical and Hermetic framework invites practitioners to engage in a transformative process that transcends superficial dualities. Ultimately, the connections between Baphomet, alchemy, and Hermetic principles highlight the importance of personal transformation through the embrace of duality. By understanding and integrating these opposing forces, individuals can embark on a profound journey of self-discovery, leading to greater wisdom, balance, and enlightenment. This exploration not only enriches one's spiritual path, but also fosters a deeper appreciation for the complexities of life itself. Baphomet's role as a catalyst for personal and spiritual evolution is deeply rooted in the transformative journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. Central to this process is the concept of breaking down illusions to achieve true knowledge. In many spiritual traditions, including those influenced by alchemical and Hermetic principles, the journey toward enlightenment begins with the recognition that much of what we perceive is shaped by societal conditioning and personal biases. Baphomet, with its rich symbolism, serves as a reminder to question these illusions and to seek a deeper understanding of reality. By confronting the layers of deception that cloud our perception, individuals can begin to uncover the truths that lie beneath the surface, leading to profound insights and personal growth. Confronting one's own nature and contradictions is a crucial aspect of this transformative process. Baphomet embodies the dualities of existence, light and dark, male and female, good and evil, encouraging individuals to embrace their entire being rather than shying away from the parts they deem undesirable. This confrontation is not merely an exercise in self-criticism. Rather, it is an invitation to explore the complexities of one's identity. By acknowledging and integrating these contradictions, individuals can cultivate a more authentic self, fostering a sense of wholeness that is essential for spiritual evolution. Baphomet thus becomes a powerful symbol of acceptance, urging practitioners to embrace their multifaceted nature as a pathway to empowerment. Moreover, Baphomet should be viewed as a tool for empowerment rather than fear. Historically, the figure has been misrepresented as a symbol of evil or heresy. But this perception overlooks its deeper significance. In the context of personal and spiritual evolution, Baphomet represents the potential for transformation and growth. By engaging with Baphomet's symbolism, individuals can reclaim their power, recognizing that true strength lies in the ability to confront and integrate all aspects of the self. This empowerment fosters resilience and encourages individuals to take ownership of their spiritual journey, transforming fear into a source of strength and insight. Ultimately, Baphomet serves as a catalyst for personal and spiritual evolution. By challenging individuals to break down illusions, confront their contradictions, and embrace empowerment. Through this process, practitioners can embark on a transformative journey that leads to greater self-awareness, wisdom, and a deeper connection to the universe. By viewing Baphomet as a guide rather than a figure of fear, individuals can unlock the potential for profound personal growth and spiritual enlightenment, paving the way for a more authentic and fulfilling existence. Gnosticism, an ancient religious and philosophical movement, emphasizes the pursuit of hidden knowledge and personal spiritual enlightenment, often critiquing traditional religious authority. Emerging in the early centuries of Christianity, Gnostic beliefs posited that the material world was created by a lesser deity, often referred to as the demiurge, who was ignorant of the true, transcendent God. This perspective led Gnostics to reject the dogmas and hierarchical structures of mainstream religions, advocating instead for individual exploration of spiritual truths. Within this context, Baphomet emerges as a compelling symbol that resonates with Gnostic principles, particularly the quest for esoteric knowledge and the understanding of the divine. Baphomet embodies the Gnostic ideals of hidden knowledge and the duality of existence, traditionally depicted as a figure that merges opposites, such as male and female, light and dark. Baphomet serves as a representation of the unity of all things. This duality aligns with Gnostic thought, which often emphasizes the importance of transcending binary oppositions to grasp deeper spiritual truths. In Gnosticism, the journey toward enlightenment involves uncovering the hidden knowledge that lies beneath the surface of conventional beliefs. Baphomet, with its rich symbolism, invites individuals to explore the complexities of their own existence and to seek the wisdom that can be found in embracing both the light and dark aspects of life. Furthermore, Baphomet poses a significant challenge to established religious narratives. By embodying the principles of Gnosticism, Baphomet questions the authority of traditional religious institutions that often seek to control and define spiritual experiences. The figure encourages individuals to look beyond dogma and to engage in personal exploration of the divine. This challenge to established narratives is particularly relevant in a world where rigid belief systems can stifle individual growth and understanding. Baphomet's symbolism serves as a reminder that true spiritual insight often lies outside the confines of conventional teachings, urging seekers to trust their intuition and inner wisdom. In summary, the relationship between Baphomet and Gnostic beliefs highlights the figure's role as a symbol of hidden knowledge and a critique of traditional religious authority. By embodying Gnostic principles, Baphomet encourages individuals to embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual exploration, challenging established narratives that seek to limit understanding. This dynamic interplay between Baphomet and Gnosticism underscores the importance of questioning authority and embracing the complexities of existence in the pursuit of true enlightenment. Ultimately, Baphomet serves as a powerful emblem of the transformative potential that arises when individuals seek their own paths to knowledge and understanding. The resurgence of Baphomet in modern occult practices reflects a renewed interest in esoteric traditions and the exploration of personal transformation. Figures like Aleister Crowley, a prominent occultist, founder of Thelema, viewed Baphomet as a powerful symbol of transformation and the integration of dualities. Crowley's interpretation of Baphomet emphasized the figure's embodiment of the union of opposites, light and dark, male and female, as essential components of spiritual evolution. For Crowley and his followers, Baphomet represented the potential for individuals to transcend societal norms and embrace their true selves, facilitating a journey toward enlightenment and self-realization. This perspective positioned Baphomet as a central figure in the modern occult revival, inspiring practitioners to explore the depths of their own consciousness and the mysteries of existence. However, the resurgence of Baphomet has not been without its challenges, particularly concerning the commercialization and distortion of its meaning in popular culture. In recent years, Baphomet has been co-opted by various commercial enterprises, often reduced to a mere aesthetic symbol associated with rebellion or counterculture. This commodification has led to a superficial understanding of Baphomet, stripping away its rich historical and philosophical context. As a result, many people encounter Baphomet in a fragmented form, disconnected from its deeper significance as a symbol of transformation and empowerment. This distortion can dilute the profound messages that Baphomet embodies, leading to misconceptions that overshadow its true essence. Despite these challenges, Baphomet remains relevant in contemporary spiritual movements, serving as a potent symbol for those seeking alternative paths to understanding and enlightenment. Many modern practitioners of occultism, witchcraft, and other spiritual traditions continue to embrace Baphomet as a representation of personal empowerment and the integration of duality. In this context, Baphomet encourages individuals to confront their inner contradictions and embrace the complexities of their identities, fostering a sense of wholeness and authenticity. The figure's ongoing relevance is evident in various spiritual communities that prioritize personal exploration and the rejection of rigid dogmas, allowing Baphomet to serve as a guiding force in their journeys. In summary, the resurgence of Baphomet in modern occult practices highlights its significance as a symbol of transformation, as viewed by figures like Aleister Crowley. While the commercialization and distortion of Baphomet's meaning in popular culture pose challenges, its ongoing relevance in contemporary spiritual movements underscores the enduring quest for personal empowerment and understanding. As individuals continue to explore the depths of their own consciousness, Baphomet remains a powerful emblem of the transformative potential that lies within the embrace of duality and the pursuit of hidden knowledge. The current cultural significance of Baphomet is multifaceted, reflecting its evolution from a symbol of heresy to a powerful emblem of protest and empowerment in contemporary society. One of the most notable uses of Baphomet today is by groups like the Satanic Temple, which employs the figure as a form of protest against religious intolerance and the imposition of religious beliefs in public spaces. By erecting statues of Baphomet alongside monuments of traditional religious figures, the Satanic Temple aims to challenge the dominance of Christianity in the public sphere, advocating for the separation of church and state. This provocative use of Baphomet serves not only as a statement against perceived injustices, but also as a call for greater acceptance of diverse belief systems, highlighting the figure's role as a symbol of individual freedom and autonomy. However, the resurgence of Baphomet in this context has elicited a range of reactions and misconceptions in modern society. Many people continue to associate Baphomet with Satanism and evil, often viewing it through a fear-based lens that overlooks its deeper significance. This misunderstanding is fueled by sensationalized media portrayals and historical narratives that frame Baphomet as a malevolent figure. As a result, discussions surrounding Baphomet can become polarized, with detractors focusing on its associations with darkness, while ignoring the broader philosophical implications of its symbolism. This fear-driven perspective can hinder meaningful dialogue about the figure and its relevance in contemporary spiritual and cultural contexts. Emphasizing the importance of understanding Baphomet beyond fear-based narratives is crucial for fostering a more nuanced appreciation of its significance. Baphomet embodies the integration of dualities, light and dark, male and female, good and evil, encouraging individuals to confront their own contradictions and embrace the complexities of existence. By moving beyond simplistic interpretations, we can recognize Baphomet as a symbol of personal empowerment, transformation, and the quest for hidden knowledge. This understanding invites individuals to engage with Baphomet in a way that promotes self-discovery and spiritual growth, rather than perpetuating fear and misunderstanding. In conclusion, the current cultural significance of Baphomet is shaped by its use as a form of protest by groups like the Satanic Temple, as well as the misconceptions that surround it in modern society. By emphasizing the importance of understanding Baphomet beyond fear-based narratives, we can foster a more inclusive dialogue that recognizes its potential as a symbol of empowerment and transformation. As society continues to grapple with issues of religious freedom and individual autonomy, Baphomet remains a powerful emblem of the ongoing struggle for acceptance and understanding in a diverse world. In summarizing the key points discussed about Baphomet and its significance, we can trace its historical and cultural evolution from a figure associated with the persecution of the Knights Templar to a powerful symbol of transformation and empowerment in modern spiritual practices. Initially misidentified during the Crusades, Baphomet became a tool for demonizing the Templars, reflecting the fears and biases of the time. Over the centuries, figures like Eliphas Levi reinterpreted Baphomet, emphasizing its representation of duality and hidden knowledge, which resonated with Gnostic beliefs and the quest for personal enlightenment. In contemporary society, Baphomet has been embraced by groups like the Satanic Temple as a form of protest against religious intolerance, challenging established narratives and advocating for individual freedom. As we explore the significance of Baphomet, it is essential to encourage viewers to challenge their perceptions and seek a deeper understanding of this complex symbol. Baphomet embodies the integration of opposites, light and dark, male and female, inviting individuals to confront their own contradictions and embrace the multifaceted nature of existence. By moving beyond fear-based narratives and misconceptions, we can appreciate Baphomet as a symbol of empowerment, transformation, and the pursuit of hidden knowledge. This journey of understanding not only enriches our spiritual lives, but also fosters a more inclusive dialogue about belief systems and the human experience. As we conclude this exploration of Baphomet, we invite you to engage further with this topic. If you found this discussion enlightening, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content that delves into the complexities of symbols, spirituality, and cultural narratives. Your support helps us continue to create meaningful discussions and explore the rich tapestry of human understanding. Don't forget to like and share this video with others who may be interested in uncovering the deeper meanings behind symbols like Baphomet. Together we can foster a community that values inquiry, understanding, and the transformative power of knowledge. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to exploring more intriguing topics with you in the future.